Welcome everyone to Daybreak. In the top right corner we have from Team Empire. It's Alexander Kristic, also known as BeastyQT, or just Beasty. He actually makes a very big notion to distinguish himself as it's BeastyQT.
We've got a good clip of Dan's face when he realized we were on camera. I think we're gonna play that back for you guys in just a second. In the opening moments of this game.
Can I introduce the player in the bottom left?
You can introduce the player in the bottom left.
All right, in the bottom left we have from Team Mouse Sports, it's Mana, the winner of ESWC and DreamHack.
So guys, we were at commercial, and then the commercial ended. And the director's like, 3, 2, 1, and you guys are live. And Dan was like,
What's... I don't understand.
oh, man.
I'm here, Ben. I'm here. I'm ready to work.
I'm gonna wear that thing out, man. Every chance that I get, I'm gonna be calling for that one. That is my favorite.
You just need a button that every time you press
That's
it.
my favorite piece of B-roll, which I guess is no longer technically B-roll.
It's A-roll.
It is S-class.
Code S-roll. Guys, this is Daybreak, a map that is very, very nice for, I guess, what Beasty could try to do what he did last game, although he is going to go for a command center first. But hypothetically, if you go for a Hellion harass, you have a lot of time to protect yourself against any kind of counter push like what Mana did.
Oh, man, yeah. That was really nice play by Mana. He was so prepared for Beasty's Hellion drop. Everything about Mana's preparation was just perfect, down to the building placement. It was very difficult for those Hellions to gain entry. And even when they did, Mana was able to clean it up with such I don't know, with such decisiveness.
Okay.
What is the word
I wasn't sure, like... Well,
I wanted to say candor, but I don't think candor makes sense.
Poise?
In that sentence. Either way, he cleaned it up pretty easily.
Confidence?
With such assertion.
Ease. Oh.
He like smacked Beasty. He was like, get out of my base, bro.
Oh. Yeah, with authority.
Authority, perfect.
That's right.
Cleaned it out.
It's like when they do the dunk in NBA Jams, like,
yes.
with authority!
Yes, he dunked it.
Heating up! I think that's really nice. You know, Ben, I did play a lot of NBA Jam recently when I discovered my emulator. It was really nice. I think Eddie Jones and Jamal Mashburn is like the sickest combo from the New Orleans Hornets. They're like actually broken because they couldn't put Jordan in the game.
This is the original NBA Jam?
Yeah.
I liked the Celtics with Mookie Blaylock.
Oh, I remember this, the funniest names too. I thought Muggsy Bogues was the funniest name.
Muggsy Bogues was a beast.
And he's like 5'3". He can't do anything but shoot threes and steal.
No, he could dunk like a monster. He could do backflips.
No, he could not. Muggsy Bogues dunk in real life? Could he actually? He was
Probably.
5'3",
He was in the NBA, man.
Oh, man, that's
Might have had to put on moon shoes.
Flubber. Put on some on the bottom of his shoes.
Man, that was a great movie.
That was a great movie. That's one of Robert Williams' better ones.
Mrs. Doubtfire, man. Dude looks like a lady, yeah. I love Mrs. Doubtfire.
Look at this from Mana. He's actually going for a quick Nexus as well, but he's also getting double gas really quickly.
Yeah. I'm thinking he's going to make a bunch of sentries and do like a 2-base gateway push. Okay, or he's just going to take his third base at 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Which is like officially the fastest that you can do it. This
is just like getting earlier and earlier. Because I remember when Parting first did it, it was like before 8 minutes, and everyone was freaking out like, how can you take a Nexus against Terran like it's so early? And then eventually started going to 7 minutes, and then, you know, earlier today we saw it like at 6 minutes, a little bit past it, but now it's like at 5:30. This is just getting out of hand. Beasty even scouts it.
Yeah, great play here from Beasty, knowing that he's playing against Mana, a player that loves to macro when he can. He's going to get a good look at this, and this gives Beasty options out the yin-yang, as the saying goes. He's going to go ahead and throw down that starport immediately. Tech Lab is down, so it's going to be a Banshee follow-up. I think, if I know Beasty, we're going to see him sending Banshees in one direction and the rest of his stuff in another direction. And that's going to be very hard to deal with, given Mana's opening, which was so incredibly greedy. Something else I really admire about Beasty's play, he covers his bases. He scouted the Nexus when it was building, Dan. does not know if Mana's just going to instantly cancel it, so he builds these bunkers anyway at the front of his natural.
That's right. He's playing extra safe. He's going for a third bunker. Now, this third bunker makes Mana think that he himself might be going for a quick third orbital command, because normally, like, why are you going to be that defensive against when you scouted by third Nexus? So there's a lot of mind games as well. It might give lure Mana into a false sense of security, but we all know what's going on. Beasty is going for Cloak as well as Banshees. He even has a tech lab on his factory ready to switch off if he wants to put his barracks or even go directly into tanks.
Yeah, we might even see a kind of pseudo 1-1-1 here. Beasty is continuing to produce Marines 2 at a time. No tanks yet. First Banshee's coming. What are you going to do with this, Mr. Beasty?
BeastyQT.
Mr. Beasty. BeastyQT.
Oh, his eyes are not beady at all. Beasty, he does have a lot of options at his disposal. He can kind of pressure, shut down the Protoss third base, because it is a little bit of a longer distance from the natural to the third than conventional maps, like say like Ohana or even Cloud Kingdom. It is a little bit farther out than that kind of map. It's a little bit hard to secure, so Beasty could try to time that third, or he can just try to immediately crush and punish his opponent before he can get any significant tech out. Look at this amount of double Forge and a Twilight. So he's just going to choose to go Mass Gateways. Excellent choice. Robo would not be, I think, a wise choice in this scenario.
Beasty's choice here is the mass barracks production. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more barracks. Excuse me, 4 more barracks going down on top of the 2 that he already has up. So he's going to be 6 racks.
Beasty lost his Banshee, though. He got a little bit careless because he assumed that Mana did not have an observer out. Because we saw the Robo come out from a Mana, but the fact that he's going to Twilight directly is a great sign. Now he can get an early upgrade as well, whether it be Charge or Blink. Obviously, we know Charge would be the better option because of tanks. Now that he sees continual Banshee production, though, I think he might want to start getting Charge first instead of Blink.
We will have to wait and see exactly what Mana chooses to do. Mana's also got the Observer over in Beasty's base, but he has not yet confirmed all these extra barracks on the far right corner. He's not done the full flyby. Sees more Banshees being produced, but I'm not sure that he's completely hip to Beasty's ultimate plan, which is going to be a huge 2-base push.
Yeah, this is massive. I mean, this is kind of like a throwback to some of the huge 2-base pushes we saw like a year ago in Terran vs. Protoss. Beasty is still trying to harass and really force Mana into awkward position. Force out cannons, which is awesome too. That just stalls the production of Mana because he would like to make them into Zealots as he now finishes up his Templar Archives. Archons are actually pretty good at absorbing tank damage and dealing with Marines, especially with no Medivacs. But still, if Beasty gets a good position, there's nothing Mana can really do because his unit composition is not geared to fight this.
Mana sees that army moving. Storm is a long way off. Charge is a long way off, and Beasty is knocking at the front door right now. Mana's going to throw down some more gateways, kind of in desperation. That'll take him up to 9 gates. He does have nice 3 bases worth of production, but this Banshee's found an opening here at the third. We'll get chased off by some Stalkers.
I think Beasty is he's going to be able to roll his opponent very soon just because like, how does he answer to all these tanks? He doesn't have anything. Charge isn't done. Doesn't have any Archons. He just literally can't take punishment. This is just the most fragile Protoss army you can imagine for now. And I can understand Mana wants the High Templars for Storm and feedback. That'd be awesome against the Banshee if it was Marine Banshee and maybe even a couple Marauders. But there's 4 tanks and no punishment can be taken whatsoever.
Siege mode is ready. And Beasty will immediately siege up at the bottom of the ramp while he tries to make his way up. Mana knows that that is not a position he's going to be able to hold. So he's backed up all the way deep into his natural. Here's Beasty. Got some SCVs. Oh, Storm is finished. Wow, great Storm initially. And there are no Medivacs with this army. That is a very important thing. Another good Storm landing. There's the big stem from Beasty. It's all going to come down to this engagement. Pretty good force fields, but the tanks doing work right now, Dan.
Way too much damage. There's so many units from Beasty. Are you kidding me? The Archon just dies immediately after conception, and this Beasty not able, or sorry, Mana not able to even answer this Banshee because no matter what happens, he doesn't have enough units to handle it. No AoE other than Storms. I mean, Beastie doesn't even have medevacts, but he doesn't need it. There's just so much raw damage in his army composition, and Mana can't hold his natural. In fact, Mana, I think he's just dead.
That's it, man. All she wrote. Beastie will unpower a lot of gateways with this little hit squad. Mana has warped in 3 more Zealots, but they are the last 3 warp-ins that he will get for this entire game. Man, great execution here from Beastie. Looks like the Storm might just barely hold the line, but was not the case. Beastie's going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, all those units are extremely weak. Imagine if he was able to get a few more Zealots into it. If he was able to get charged earlier, if he was able to deal with it, but Mana just has to tap out. No ability to answer to that Terran army. And I think Beastie played his cards very well that game.
It ties it up. That means we're going on to a game 3. Mana versus Beastie. Cloud Kingdom will be the map that last game. Sponsored by Blizzard Entertainment, the makers of StarCraft 2. Head over to battle.net and post on their forums about how much you love watching StarCraft and how much you love watching the North American Star League. We're going to take a break. When we're back, Beastie versus Mana, and after that, Alicia versus Violet, and after that, Rhett versus Hasuabs, and after that, Hyun versus Naniwa. Don't go anywhere, guys. Lots more StarCraft still to come from the North American Star League.